Hello everyone, I am Saitech and welcome back to my channel Saitech. Today I would like to compare the Realme X7 Pro versus the Realme X7 Max device. So which phone is the best option to buy right now? So I'm getting a lot of messages on this Realme X7 Pro as well. So is it worth to buy the Realme X7 Pro or not at this moment? Because the Max is already released and plenty of users are actually buying this phone because of the price range. So that is what I'm going to talk in this video, friends. So let's see. So this video I'll try to keep really very short. I don't want to extend this video. So let's start with the first thing about the prices. So for this kind of price, 27,000 rupees and this is 25,000 rupees. So 2,000 rupees difference is there. For this 2,000 rupees difference, is nothing much doing justification to buy the Realme X7 Pro right now at this moment. Yes, absolutely. So whatever category you consider the performance or display or the build quality, camera and everything. So maybe in the build quality might be the Realme X7 Pro slightly better, but you are losing the 3.5mm jack. So let's start with the first thing, the processor. Obviously the Dimensity 1200 is slightly better than the Dimensity 1000 Plus. So it's slightly faster as well. Let me try to exactly show you the Antutu benchmark scores. In case if you want to know the Antutu benchmark scores, how much difference, you can definitely see the difference. As you can, 6 lakhs versus 6,75,000. So this kind of difference close to, I think, 75,000 difference is there. Not much difference basically, but still, in performance, you will definitely notice a lot of difference when you're trying to use both phones side by side. I did upload plenty of speed test comparisons as well. So if you want, you can check those videos regarding the speed test comparison. You'll get a clear idea. So in the performance segment, the Realme X7 Max is a clear winner. And RAM management and the UI, no need to talk much because both phones are absolutely running the same kind of Realme UI. And I did upgrade my phone to the Android 11 in the Realme X7 Pro and with the Realme UI 2.0 and right now I'm running on this phone. So both phones are kind of equal in terms of the RAM management. There's nothing much detail you can actually get there. In terms of the display, so slightly bigger display than this Realme X7 Max device in terms of the display size. 6.55 inches screen size on the Realme X7 Pro and 6.43 inches, I think so. 6.55 inches and 6.43 inches screen size. As you can see, slightly difference in terms of the screen size. So you're getting slightly small screen and definitely difference in terms of the single hand usage. It should not be much kind of issues as well using both phones anyway in terms of the display. Even both phones do have the Super AMOLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate, but 360 Hz touch sampling rate in this phone and 240 Hz touch sampling rate in the Realme X7 Pro device. That's the one difference you can definitely notice. Next, regarding the build quality, obviously the build quality is really great in the Realme X7 Pro. Some people, they don't like the plastic, but in my opinion, I did like this kind of finish as well on the back side, which is really interesting for me in terms of the back finish. This is my first time using this kind of finish mainly. That is what I did like. So I did enjoy this kind of less weight as well. So in terms of the build quality also, I think slightly some points kind of close to equal, but 3.5mm jack, this is what makes the Realme X7 Max the real hero in terms of having the 3.5mm jack. Only few phones in this kind of price range, they do maintain this kind of 3.5mm jack. That's a clear advantage in the Realme X7 Max device. So next, regarding the battery and the charging speed. So battery, both phones, they do have the 4000 mAh of battery capacity, but the Realme X7 Max will charge only with a 50 watts charging speed and the Realme X7 Pro will charge 65 watts. Even though it will charge 65 watts, the phone takes up to close to 40 to 45 minutes to completely charge. Realme X7 Max takes up to close to 50 to 55 minutes to complete charge. In terms of the battery backup, I did not notice much difference, to be frank, so it should be kind of both are equal. And regarding the 5G bands, let's talk about the 5G bands in terms of the connectivity. So I think the Realme X7 Pro has got only 5 5G bands, as you can see. I think 5 or maybe, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 8 5G bands, I think kind of close to 6 5G bands somewhere if you cancel all the similarities. As you can see, these are the 5G bands. And in the Realme X7 Max, I think Realme X7 Max has got close to 7 5G bands in terms of the Realme X7 Max. That's quite slightly advantage in terms of the 5G bands little bit, but overall in terms of the connectivity, you would not feel much difference between both phones if you try to use them every day. So it should not be that much kind of big deal in terms of the connectivity as well. At this point, the only reason to buy the Realme X7 Pro is if you want the build quality of the glass. That is the one advantage. If you want a little bit kind of faster charging, little bit, that doesn't mean much. Maybe. And in terms of the camera, I did feel the X7 Max is slightly good in the camera. Yes, X7 Max is really good, even though it has got a really great 64 megapixel, but front camera slightly advantage for the Realme X7 Pro device in terms of the front cam. That is what I did feel when I'm trying to use. So this is a quick comparison, friends, between both phones. And if you ask me which phone to buy, I'll definitely advise you to buy the Realme X7 Max. So go for the Realme X7 Max mobile phone because you are getting 2,000 rupees less, and for that price you are getting 3.5mm jack, and you're getting better processor, and you're getting a slightly less weight mobile phone with single hand you can actually use it. That's a good advantage. There's a few things which you should definitely consider before actually buying the device. And that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video. This is a review which I thought of doing under the 5 minutes. And see you in the next video, friends. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. In case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. Meanwhile, bye.